Welcome back to the channel, my YouTube family. How are you all doing today? And we are back doing more Sanctuary Hills conversions. And it always struck me that Sanctuary Hills was a little bit posh. It was a little bit of a posh kind of housing estate, or almost a gated community up here at the top of the map. And you can see by the footage it looked pretty nice, really quite nice up here at the foot of the hills next to the vault. And oh, thank you very much for all your suggestions on what we can do. So we're going to take you for a wee walk right now, and I'm going to show you what's sort of left for us to do. I know that we have a couple of suggestions on what we can do with the remaining houses. To this point, we have done around 8 houses we've converted, and you can see as we walk up through here, it's pretty nice. But today we will show you the last of the outer area of this kind of area here of the settlement, and then next week we'll start on some of these houses. Now, I'm not going to touch this one, that's my player home, but then there's 1, 2, 3, potentially 5 houses I think left, or 5 there. So we can put a house in there, and we can put a house in there, so I've got potentially 5 houses left to convert. And then this little settlement is done, and it's really come into its own. It's gone in a direction I didn't expect it to. Hang on, there's some parts missing here. Oh dear, I may have scrapped those. Anyway, into today's episode and into today's conversion, I hope you're going to enjoy it. Let's do it! So just quickly to show you where the conversion is going to come from today, you can see there's the police station here. We're going to run across the bridge. It's this house here. Now, for the observant among you, you know that this house actually is just a scrap house. So this is one I've put in from the Dead Wastelands mod. Now, if you're going to do that and you are using Dead Wastelands, my suggestion is that you actually put a foundation down first and then put it on top, because things fall through the floor, as I found out when I started trying to place items. So easy fix, just put a foundation down first, plop the house on top of it, and you should be good. Okay guys, let's go to the tour now. Hope you're going to enjoy this one. So I wanted to put what was a kind of community centre into the settlement. I tossed around whether I wanted to put a town hall in, and decided against that. So here today we have, we'll just show you what it's called. It's called the All Spirits Chapel. Now let's just run across to the bridge for a second, and you can see it. You've probably seen it a little bit in the intro. There you go. And yeah, the house is actually quite unrecognisable. Really, it is there, but it's hidden. So I'll show you kind of the grounds, because we've kind of, obviously every kind of community centre stroke, which is run by the church, by the way, in case you hadn't guessed. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a graveyard in here. I've used Atom's Greatness from the Master Plan series of mods. If you haven't checked those mods out and you're on Xbox or PC, I highly recommend you do. And you see the All Faiths Chapel there. Looks quite nice. Use these things to give it a little bit of depth and disguise the fact that it's all sitting on concrete blocks. When you're up close, obviously you can see that, but from a distance you don't really see it too much. Okay, let's walk around the corner here, and scrapped it up a little bit, made it a little bit filthy and dirty and, you know, run down. It looked a little bit too clean, so I've kind of added stuff to the walls here. And there's a little sign outside saying please leave your weapons somewhere else, don't bring them in, which you would kind of expect. in the church. So strangely enough, I won't have the problem with Dogmeat today because he doesn't path in here because I added the house on top of one that was already derelict. So beware the signs of the devil. I've done this kind of wall. I don't know what this wall's all about, but it's here. Have you seen this dog? Yeah, he's outside. Commonwealth, in God we trust, all others pay caps. There you go. So the entranceway, some very posh lights, and in we come. So this is the main meeting area or worshipping area in here. The only thing that I don't like, obviously the carport's been converted again, is this pole's kind of sort of in the way of the lectern, but anyway, all good. And it's pretty standard stuff, pretty easy to do this. As you can see, I've used the warehouse pieces to make a tower. And yeah, the piano, a couple of speakers there so that you can hear whoever's giving the sermon, or this can be used for a meeting as well, obviously. And there is a sandboard here so that all the levels are right. And there's a little bit of a kind of altar with a floating basket of eggs. Okay, that happened. Lovely kind of aspect onto the river, and I wanted it to kind of look nice and airy and open. I just wished that those had been kind of stained glass. I know you can get stained glass mods in Fallout, but they were quite large, and for what I want to do here, I really didn't want a large mod, so I had to make a compromise on the windows. So I've used these kind of greenhouse windows, and I've done this before in other builds, so yeah, it's pretty nice in here. So this is the worshipping area. Of course, if you want to make a donation of caps, you can. Take your book, go and take a seat, etc, etc. Yeah, came out pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with it. In here is kind of the general meeting area, and obviously being whatever denomination it might be. Mikey, look, we got a coffee shop, sort of. This is for feeding the needy, or it's also designed for, you know, settlement meetings if we need to have settlement meetings. So all these tables are foldable and you can put them away and you can do all kinds of activities in here. But let's just take you around. This coffee machine, obviously you need some milk. There's a milk vending machine. It's a bit empty at the moment, but we can put milk in there. And then, yeah, there's an eatery, yep, an eatery, and several tables. And we do have quite a missing answers to Gary. He's outside. Just told you that. Somebody's lost the cat. But there is a little bit of a kitchen in here to feed the thousands that come flocking. And then up the hallway here, we have put in a... Oh! Okay. Do you need a minute? Or... what's going on? Oh, you're here for the discussion group, are you? Okay, for battered husbands or something. But there is a group room here. You know, there's a coffee machine there if you need it. And then in here I've crammed in, I'm not real happy with this, but I crammed in a little gym just in case you want to kind of get healthy. He's worrying me a lot, but anywho, we are just going to go. So there you go, guys. That's it for today's build. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but I do like the look of this this conversion a lot. It doesn't look that hard, but it did take a lot of thinking and figuring out. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much for the support on the series thus far and all your suggestions, and keep watching, and we will start the Upper Sanctum next week. See ya!